This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news, with Stacy Baca, Kevin Roy, and weather with meteorologist Phil Schwartz. This is ABC 7 News Sunday morning.
All right, when we come back from strange wine names to organic wines, we're going to look at the latest trends for the new year. Wine certainly makes a nice addition to any New Year's Eve party, but if you really want to impress your guests, your friends, you might want to know the latest wine trends for 2008. And Don Straton is here from Just Grapes. That is a wine shop that focuses on wine education. So we're going to have a little lesson or two here this morning. So nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
This is very interesting because we're talking about so many different things. And one of the main topics I know that we're going to start off with is organic wine, but not just organic, biodynamic.
Right.
What does that mean?
It sounds a little crazy. I mean, organic, I think most of us understand, is quite in vogue at this moment. You know, anything eco-friendly is trendy. And organic wine has been around for a while, but biodynamic is the next level of organic. And really sounds a little crazy, but looks at lunar cycles and cosmic cycles and, you know, really looks at the vineyard as an organism on its own that should be self-sustaining. So it eliminates any chemical use and welcomes kind of natural elements of the vineyard. So, you know, crazy things
So
like
these are all
manure.
biodynamic wines right over here.
That's right.
And what does that mean when it comes to price? You're saying all this and I'm thinking, cha-ching, you know, it has to be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a premium when it comes to biodynamic wines because of all the preparations that go into making a biodynamic wine. It takes, you know, 4 to 6 years to prep a vineyard. So there's a cost there. You're not allowed to use chemicals. So, you know, a lot of shortcuts are taken with chemicals. If you can't do it, you've got to do it the hard way. So there's cost there.
All right. Well, I know these next 3 wines right here. This is kind of the way I pick out wine. It's like, what name jumps off the shelf? And I'm not alone. I'm so happy to hear you say that people actually do this, because I kind of thought, all right, well, I'm ignorant. That one sounds like it would be fun.
Right. The, you know, Yellowtail is probably the best success story of, you know, labels wines that are bought by labels. And, you know, really what the category did for people getting into wine is if you have nothing else to go by, why not go by the label?
Right here you have Whoop Whoop, and what is that one, Pink?
Yeah, Pink Cricket.
Pink Cricket.
And a wine called Matchbook.
Okay, very interesting. Now, this next part here is something that I've never even heard of, wine blending.
Right.
You have a party and you have several different types of wine. How do you go about doing this?
Well, the first thing you want to look for is varietals that are 100%. And you could pick, the traditional ones to go are Bordeaux varietals, which would consist of Cabernet Merlot primarily, and then there's 3 other varietals. And you want to find wines that are 100% because they're not always 100%.
Okay.
And then ultimately you pop the bottle and start blending to your flavor preference. Each component that you utilize will represent a certain flavor and a certain texture. And you do that by what you have here, tasting each of the components, making your own self-assessment on what do I like about this, what don't I like, and then ultimately by a percentage of blends, what do I want to complete.
All right, so you don't have to necessarily have a trained palate to do this. You just kind of do it for fun and see what works for you.
Absolutely. I mean, at Just Grapes, we strongly believe that the best wine for you is the wine you like best. And ultimately, there is no right or wrong when it comes to tasting wine nor blending. So whether you love this wine or I hate this wine, there is no right or wrong. So if you really like it, it might be the majority of your blend. If I don't like it, I might not put it in at all. And there's no right or wrong to it.
All right. Very interesting. And you know what? You make it not so intimidating, because sometimes you could think, oh boy, am I picking the right wine? Am I not? And you're just kind of saying, go with it. It doesn't really matter as long as you like it.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, if you like it, you like it.
All right. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year to you. A lot of people are going to be cheering in the new year, I'm sure, with some wine. Some different ideas here, too. Let me tell you about Just Grapes. That is located at 560 West Washington Boulevard, Suite 100. That's just west of the Loop here in Chicago. And for more information, all you have to do is call the phone number. It's 312-627-WINE. Or you could also visit the website, justgrapes.net. And you'll also find a link on our website, of course. That's abc7chicago.com. Be sure to click on See It on TV. That is at the top of the page. Thank you very much, Don, for all that expertise.
Yep, my pleasure.
We'll be right back after this short break.